and the Bo Andre Clark signing in for a bit, and until at least maybe my honey either shows up, and or call. I'm not sure what's up, but anyways, I'm just sort of getting my eyes unpeeled from waking up because I did it overnight, but nevertheless, I'm back here on the keys again. All right. I'm not a bona fide, certified, qualified keyboardist, but there is this saying that if you repetitiously keep doing some stuff, eventually you start to like doing that thing. But what I like to do is I call this pre-practice on what can I do on the organ if I did this. And I just try to imaginate that in my mind, like, man, if I was sitting at the keyboard doing it. That type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, of course, I wouldn't play it this way as I'm on the keyboard because it's a different feel. You more than likely just be holding chords, using your pedals if you want or if you don't want to, right? So, yeah, the approach will be almost similar, but not exactly 100% the way I'm doing it. But I will probably will play similar, but change up or something like that. Maybe I might hold a bass, you know, but because you're on the organ, all right. Whatever, right? Completely different, slightly type of beast. Um, so I write my own chord progressions. I write my own chord and chord progression. Right. So, I'll plan out on how I might want to play. I have a bunch of these composition books. That they're about $1, and some I had actually gotten for free because they were just laying about, or people was throwing them away, setting them out for trash. And I'm like, what? I got one that looked like it was for school, like school for like children or something, and it's in the same format. And then when you open it up, it has its ABCs and stuff like that. It's hilarious. This one here is just your regular standard. Well, this one's a little slightly different. I think I'm missing a page over here, but anyways, this is, yeah, this is a little bit of a different page, but this is kind of cool actually, honestly, because of the fact that it got this little thing in here on the side where it can help you track whatever you want to do. I'm not gonna really put my name and my address and my email and me being a teacher, unless otherwise I'm teaching somebody, because that's what this is really actually designed to do. Your name and address, email, and being who you the teacher, and then I don't know why it says and then homeroom. I don't know what that means, but anyway, uh, yeah. So it says homeroom, and then it says if this book is lost, please contact me. Blah blah blah. Okay, so I think this is for like the teacher, like me. Let's say if I'm teaching and somebody's learning from me. I guess now I understand when homeroom mean now. You at home in your room. All right, and then down low here it says class schedule, and then you schedule a class with that individual, whether it's whether it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, throughout the weekend. Saturday, Sunday, you get the weekend off. All right, and then important information. Whatever it is that you want to say, it's got to be very brief, obviously. On whatever it is that you want to put in the day here, put a description on what you want to say. It's got to definitely be on point. And then, of course, down here, it says contact, name, phone number, and email. I'm assuming that's for the student. Okay. So, I have a few, I have not a few, more than too many of these books, but point I'm making is that I'll sit down and I transcribe my own work. Right. I write out whatever I want to work on or get involved in or whatever. And yeah, and just go at it, right? All right, and that's what you beginner musicians should learn to do, is get you a book, and something like this where you can track your work. All right, you can track your work. Let's say I'm just going to maybe I'm just gonna random pick a page or whatever, but these are stuff I had already written in the book, so I'll just pick this one for now. And let's just say I don't even remember what I put in here, so that's the whole point of me opening this up. And then I would sit here and say, okay, let me see what this is all about. All right, let me see what this is talking about, right? And what? And see what I can learn from it. So I know y'all probably say, wait, what you mean what you can learn from it? You wrote it. It doesn't necessarily mean just because I've written the chords out on what I want to study doesn't mean I remember it or retained it. It was just that I did it in the moment, and then I'll come back later on and kind of figure out, man, what's going on. What's going on? All right, so in the bass line or in the left hand, I'm assuming C sharp, E flat, E, F sharp, A flat. Okay. All right, and I might practice that a few minutes. Okay, until I have it memorized. Hopefully, C sharp, E flat, E, F sharp, A flat. Okay, then after a while, I kind of put that down and be like, okay. Now it's memorized. C sharp, that's what I'm reading. E flat, E, F sharp, A flat. Now it's time to get the chord in the right hand. Now, normally, I would have just did both of them at the same time, like one chord at a time. All right, depending on what the key this might potentially be in, I'm gonna say A flat. All right, so I'm gonna move this to A flat. Even in this, I have this in the book too. Okay, I ain't even supposed to do that. So, beginner musician, whatever you work on that deal, right? Work on that particular deal, and that way you can keep your focus as you learning whatever it is that you about to work on. Focus to that idea, and then you can track yourself, or your growth or whatnot, and then you can see where you gonna be in time. Put a date, a time that you did it, or whatever. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't even worry about the time actually, but if that's what you desire. But you could put down a date and or a time and say, hey, shoot, I worked on this little deal right here. And then that way, you can say, you've been there, done that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You've been there and you done that. So that's funny that this popped up. Now that I thought about what I was saying, all right, so now that I thought about what I just said, all right, so let me see. That's that little thing right here. Okay, so this is going up. All right, so you see what I'm saying? All right, so I probably should write that in, because that's probably what I might end up doing. But let me play what I see. That's the key. Play what you see. right? Play what you've written, or if your teacher gave you something to do, play what you see. And then just figure out what fingering you want to use to your advantage. Not because of what I'm doing. I might be in a different lane than you in. I might be in a different lane. We might be on the same highway, right? There's 4 lanes. I might be in lane 1, right? The fast lane. You might be in lane number 5 right now. For a beginning musician, you might be in that lane like, I don't know what y'all doing. you on the, I would say, first I would say you on the sideline. No, you in that 5th lane waiting for the tow truck to come and get you. Waiting for them to put some air in your tire or put some gas in your car because you don't ran out of gas. Oh yeah, actually you ain't got no gas. So you can't gas off right now. So figure out what finger you want to use. Right, so it's up to you. All right, do what works for you. So that's what's up. Now on the right hand, I'm gonna go. So then at some point, I had to turn that over to see what happened. You see what I'm saying? And I just took just a few moments of my lifetime. Just a few moments of my lifetime, man. And listen, y'all, I'm not spending 5 hours just playing this thing. I'm not gonna spend 5 years doing this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna spend 5 months doing this. And do it slowly. You know, even if you got to take the top note and the bottom note, as long as you got, break it down a little bit more if you need to. Oh, until you can figure out that fingering. And then if you want to put them two together, thumbs up. See? Right? A little bit at a time. Now if you want to work the left hand, that's fine too. Let me get that now. Did y'all notice my finger and configuration changed the minute I went to E flat, A flat? That was because I took the A flat off and said, hey, see where my finger slightly changed. Now, maybe not. Maybe not. Let's see. I noticed it changed slightly. Now I'm gonna get the right hand, right? Now I'm hoping that it stay the same. Together. This is called self-control. All right, you're gonna have self-control. And they say to slow, and let's see, I changed the finger. Notice that, I changed the finger in. But it doesn't matter at the end of the day because now I'm getting this in my spirit now. It's in my spirit now. So it doesn't matter what finger I'm going to end up swooping it up this time with the A flat at the bottom. See, I changed the finger at the top and the bottom slightly. Not much. At the end of the day, I got it done. Because why? Is it because of the sound I already hear? It's because of the sound I'm hearing. So then when I put the top, bottom, now it doesn't matter. Now see, I switched the finger and again. And the finger I slightly switched a little bit. But at the end of the day, I get it done. So if you want to spend 5 minutes on something or 2 minutes on something, you know, or 30 seconds on something learning, if your mind is rapidly saying, hey, I need to get this down, you will. Promise you, you're going to get it down. You ain't going to spend that long trying to do that, right? You want, get to it. I just threw that in it. Add on. Then you heard me do the. I'm just getting fancified with it. And then you heard me go. as I get there, I'm going to swipe. Do I call it swipe? But this is actually called twiddling. Basically, in essence, I'm doing same thing I had just did here. All I did was transpose. That's all I did. And all I did was transpose that move. And I knew to go 2 notes back. 2 notes back. Right? So, okay, when I went in A flat, right? I also can use that same idea in C sharp. So, why is that? Because it's the 1 in A flat, but it's also the 5 in D flat. So D flat and A flat share some of the same notes, but literally some of the same notes, except for 1. And it's usually the 7. All right? 5. All right, and then I'm using notes that's not in the scale, at least one note which is not in the A flat scale, but G is the 7. This A flat's the 1, and that's the 7. So I'm swiping, I call it swipe. Not swiping actually, is we call it twanging. Twanging. My wife called it twiddling. You in there twiddling again? Every time she hear me doing it. Every time she hear me doing something like that, you in there twanging? No, she's like, you in there twiddling? Boy, you in there twiddling the ivories again? It's the same thing. Something like that. Some of these you end up doing it slightly different because of the key shape. All right. Let's get to what I was supposed to be saying I was going to get to. So the chord movement on a C sharp, and I'm saying I think this is going to be A flat. So it's going to be A flat, I believe. So C sharp, let's say D flat, because if you say you're in A flat, then that means the 1 is A flat, the 2 is B flat, the 3 is C natural, the 4 is D flat, because we're talking about flat now. A flat 5, F natural 6, G natural number 7, and back to the 1 technically, right? Which we have 7 notes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then technically we went back to the 1. Let's use the word continuation of the number system. Our 1 is now 8, our 2 is now 9, our 3 is 10, and the 4 is 11, the 5 is 12, the 6 is 13, the 7 is 14, and back to the 1. All right, so I say, if this is doing D flat, let me change that. Can I? Do I have a pencil? Where's my eraser at? So I can correct this, right? So let's call this D flat. And if I'm saying I'm in the key E flat, then okay. And then let me change this other bass line to G flat, since I say I'm in E flat. All right. So you want to study your craft, right? And this is how I would do it. Simple stuff. Nothing complex, right? Let me get the next chord. Let me get the next chord. Let me get to the next chord. Let me see, get to the next chord. And let me get to the next chord. Sorry about that. So, I have it in a version of an E major chord. That's the root, the first inversion, and the second inversion. Oh. Okay. I have a G flat major chord. Remember I said I had to change the name. The root position, first inversion, second inversion, right? All right. So learn your inversions, all right? I did that on purpose, all right? Anybody catch what I just did? Maybe you didn't realize what I was saying. All right, you didn't realize what I'm doing. Just because I saw that chord, I said, oh, that's the E major. Oh, okay, root position there. First inversion. Oh, second inversion, and then back to root. Back to first, and back to second. Oh, see? So whenever you learn chords, you might get switch up later on in whatever it is that you're doing. You know, like I said, that's root position, right? 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 E root position. What was the next chord? I said E flat, F, G flat major chord. So I'm doing an inversion now. Now this turns into a D flat minor 7 chord. It's just split up, y'all. All right, D flat minor, right? Anybody know D flat minor? It's a D flat minor move. All right, D flat. I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong key. By my bad. All right, D flat minor. You see that? It's the root. So that's the root. The first inversion, second inversion, and you can go in reverse with that. Now all you have to do is know where is the 7 in D flat. Okay, all right. So what happened was you end up what? Flattening the 7. There it is. So I ended up doing an inversion, right? Okay, y'all get that point. So I saw the root, first inversion, and then the second inversion. I'm doing this on purpose to see what am I going with this, you know? Okay, now I didn't write this, but I'm thinking outside the box for a minute. Literally, right? I mean, literally outside the box. All right, I'm literally thinking outside the box for a second, right? I'm saying, what if I did this? What if I did this? Right, that's all I'm saying. Now the next chord, major. So this turns out to be an E flat minor 7, just like I just played the D flat minor 7. Now I'm doing the E flat minor 7. Same scenario, root position. I'm sorry, root position. Root position. Let me put it here. Root position, right? First inversion, second inversion. Of course, you can go in reverse, right? Root position, second inversion, and first inversion because you're putting it close together. Oh, so right. I'm just getting an idea. I'm just thinking for a second. Okay, so the first chord, second chord. Let's go to our next move. So E flat major 7. E flat major 7. It just split up. That's all. Remember that E major chord I just literally just played? All I did was change the bass line to E. Oh, right. And there it is. That's the 7. Right? E major 7. E major 7. That's what I would have been doing in my left hand, y'all. And doing a chord in the right. E major 9, 13. That's me messing around with the secret sauce chord. Once again thinking outside the box. Okay. All right. All right. So we had a D flat minor 7, E flat minor 7, right? Now we have a E major 7. These 3 chords. I'm thinking of we an A flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Oh, 5, 5 up. Somebody might say sharp 5. Oh, da, da, da. Okay, so let's go to the next chord. See, I told you I was a little thinking outside the box for a minute, you know. All right, let's go to our 4th chord, major. Remember, I just played this chord already on the what? Right here, the 2nd chord. Oh, now I'm on the F sharp bass with it. Root position, first inversion, right? First inversion, right? Root position. I'm sorry, first inversion, second inversion, and root. First inversion, root. I'm sorry, root first and second, y'all. My bad. So you see, I see this idea in my mind, which I could go second version, or I can go first version. Which one? This sounds nice to my ear. Root position or second version, whatever. Okay, cool. All right, so we got the one chord, the second chord, third chord, fourth chord, last chord, A flat. I want the root. So that's the 5 in A flat. I'm sorry, the 4 in A flat, the 5 in A flat, plus 5 in A flat. All right, now this would have been 6. So plus 6, we might use the word sharp 6 because we're going to the right. Sharp 6. 4, 5, 5 up, or I use the word 5 up, plus 5, sharp 5, sharp 6 to the 1. Once again, same scenario, root position, second version, first version, whichever way you want to go, depending on which way you place in your hand. So I'm gonna put the bass line down here now. Now I put both hands together. Now that's not on paper. That's not on paper. It's not on paper. You start coming with an idea. You see what I'm saying? Now I can use the power chord, power chord, power chord, power chord. I went inversion. All right, let's play the chord I written, right? You know what I'm saying? So basically 4, 5, 5 up, 6 up to the 1 and come inside, or I could have went up high. So you see, at some point, like you come down lower. Oh. Kind of dark. Now, my left hand wants to get more to it, right? And I got creative. Let's see. I'm gonna give y'all this move that I heard DW do. Let me see. Actually, I can do it with one hand. Watch this. 5, 5. What did I call I just played? I want the Okay. See, I got away from what I was doing. So I try to focus on the move. Then I try to focus on, do I want to do inversion? See? Try to focus on, do I want to do inversion? Because this was an A flat minor, root position, first inversion, right? I'm trying to focus on C, what inversion I want to use. Root position. Root position. I I might as well go on ahead and play the root position. Might as well go on ahead and play the root position. Might as well play the root position. Even though I didn't write that down, right? Okay. See, y'all gonna make me get my notepad and get the writing. I write and transcribe my own works. All right. And so it won't be like no one says, this dude over here copywriting my stuff, man. I ain't copywriting nobody's stuff. This is me. This is your bowl. They say be you, do you, right? So that's what I'm doing. Be me, do me. All right. So, you know, I can go on over here and say, hey, I'm gonna play the root position of A. I'm gonna write this down and say root, but you know, E. All right. I'm gonna call this, it's not A flat, it's supposed to be G sharp and B, right? And then I'm gonna say or. All right, because that lets me know, hey, I got options. Or I can play the first inversion, right? I already got the second inversion on here, so that will be less of my mindset to be sitting here tripping out. So now I got that chord in my mind. Well, I can go root, I can go first inversion. I'm sorry, I can go root here, first inversion or second inversion. All right, same scenario with this major chord. I can go root position. See, I told you, I'll write my own stuff out. Ain't nobody over at your bow house, at my house. Ain't nobody over here at my house, you know, showing me what to do. I transcribe my own works. All right. So I'm transcribing this. So I have the root position. Let me get the first inversion knocked down. All right. And this gives me what I say an option on what inversion I want to use to get the point across, right? And then I'm saying now, hey, you know, yo, you can use these power chords, right? So I'm gonna put that over here and I'll give it power chord in the left hand, right? And that'll be LH. And I can use the power chord, right? And then I'll indicate what that power chord will be and keep things pushing, right? The perfect fifth. All right, what did I say? Right, and I'll just write down what it is. Right, keep it pushing. And the next one was, let me see. All right, that's what you do if you really want to get better, because you want to get familiar, right? You know, ain't nothing wrong writing yourself out. There's nothing wrong with writing your own stuff, right? And I do this because I might end up forgetting it later on, right? You know, it's I kind of like this. If y'all probably say, well, you know, you waste your time doing this, because that's what it seemed like. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, I would say yes. I would be wasting my time if I'm not planning on doing what I'm writing, right? Then I would pretty much chord that in the left hand. And I have choices when I want to use the root, first inversion, second inversion, whatever is cool. All right. So I'm not saying a real musician sits here do this, because some of y'all cats out there real young and your minds is young and you can remember what you're doing. I'm not saying I don't have good memory. I'm just telling y'all, I like to transcribe my stuff because maybe at the moment this may not be as important to me right now. In other words, I'm saying right now, I really don't have to sit here and learn this unless otherwise the honey comes to me, hey, you know what, on Sunday, we want to do this song called Hallelujah, you're worthy to be praised. And then I'm like, oh, wow. You know what? Then it's going to make my mind reflect back on, maybe I should have came in here and practiced the move and do what I need to do. This here is not what I consider, when I use this word, consider practicing. This is just me saying, hey, you know what? I can use this idea. 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 But maybe not right now, today. So I write it out. So if that should come up for whatever reason, the honey be like, hey, we want to do that song. I forgot the song, right? Because to me, at the moment, it's not important to me until less. Otherwise, until she said, "Hey, we want to see the song," and then I go in here, and now it's time for me to get down to the nitty gritty and now it's time for me to, for real, get down to the nitty gritty. Now, I told y'all I'm not a qualified, bona fide, certified keyboardist. Now, I would do what I call pre-practice. This is what I would call not exactly pre-practice unless she said, "Hey, are you playing Sunday?" You know, if I'm feeling well enough to go to church Sunday and play. I do have a replacement still. Um, so I'm just saying, just say I'm well. Just say hypothetically, I'm really, really well. I'm really feeling good enough to get back on the plan again at church, right? Then okay, all seriousness will start kicking in, all right? You know, okay, we want to learn this song, or not learn the song, but we want to do this song because we've done this before. But like I said, and I'll say it again, it's not necessarily just because I'm spending my time doing this that I'm turning on my muscle memory to do it. I'm only doing this in the motion. I'm just in the motion right now. Now, as soon as I show y'all that, hang this thing up, tell y'all I see y'all in about a couple hours, or I see y'all tomorrow, I've already forgot how to do it already. Alright. There's this musician who used to say this, and I'll say it to y'all. Practice what you're going to remember. Let whatever it is that you're going to do marinate in your spirit. There's this saying, how you put it, practice what resonates with you. All right. I don't have to necessarily sit here and actually practice. Now, if I know we're going to do this song, and I know that we're going to do this song, but some type of way, I'm going to be honest with you, for some type of way, at church, this song going to come up. They going to want to do this song, some kind of way. And I promise you, I have to fake it until you make it, right? You know, and I'll be like, "Oh man, you really want to do this song? Oh man." All right. Now, here's what I'm saying. If I know that we're gonna do this song for sure on a Sunday, then I will do on the keyboard if I can't get to the organ for whatever reason. Then I do a pre-practice. All right. I just do my little pre-practice. Okay, that's that chord I want to play. All right. You know, how did I do that? Yeah. All right. Da ba 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 ba. All right. And I just do what I call a pre-practice. I'll do a pre-practice, right? And then when I do have that moment to get to the organ, right? Y'all probably say, "Well, why you gotta wait?" Because the situation at the time that maybe the honey might roll up and say, "Roll up on me." She might roll up on me when there's a situation she might be in that I can't really sit on the organ and make a lot of noises because she might have to take a rest. By the time she's telling me, "Hey, we're going to do this song on next Sunday or whatever, or the upcoming Sunday," then I can't really get on the organ and get at it because she's trying to rest. And us musicians who get on the organ, it's really difficult to keep that volume down, right? Right. No, I have self-control, but you know what? I've had practice with the organ while she was sleeping and did not destroy her rest. But yeah. But I can tell you that there was something funny that she would say to me. She'd be like, "You know, I was in my sleep." I'm like, "Yeah, but I know you was in there knocked out." She said, "Yeah, I was, but all I could hear you doing is the same thing over and over again." I'm like, "What am I doing?" Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. That's all I can hear you doing. Da 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 da. And I'm like, "Boy, if you don't stop playing that same chord progression, ba da 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 da." She was like, "Boy, so I wanted to get up out of my dream and come out of my sleep and come in and slap you because you keep playing that same song. Da 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 da. That same chord progression." told you I'm not a keyboard player. All right, so I don't know really how I would want to respond to this on the keyboard, but I call this the pre-practice. E flat 9, sus 4. Is that how I do that? Is that A flat add 2? That's what I'm doing. Right. Now, if I was on the organ, probably I might voice it here because my pedals is on E flat, which turns out to be an E flat minor 9 move. Yeah, and I'll play the E flat minor 9 move on the organ, and I'm coming in on the organ. Yeah, right here, probably like that. Bump. I think that's what I'm doing. C minor 7. And so, you know, alright, F minor 7. Now, I'll probably voice this different on the organ. Like I said, but so I may voice this different on the organ. See, yeah, I guess it looks like I'm doing that minor 7 move. B flat minors, but I might do the minor 9 11 chord. A flat, still a minor 9 move, because I'm on the 2. All this is the minor 9 move. It might be more than 2, 3, 4 chords I'm doing. Is it da da da? Because you're going to the 3. Yeah. Right. So we do playing that major 7 flat 5. I told y'all all about that. That stuff is gonna be in my book. These chords are gonna be in my book. How do I do it? I forgot what I did. E flat. I'm sorry. All right. So. Minor 9 again. After that major 7 flat 5, you know. The minor 9 move. Now everybody approaches things differently based upon how they might hear it. Sometimes if I change the sound on the keyboard and my response might be different. See, my response might be different. All of a sudden it's this weird change. Is it? I don't forgot what I was thinking. Okay. I gotta go back and listen to the song. So the response is there. I'm looking for. Oh, here it is. I got it all covered up. I can't see who's calling. The honey's trying to call me at night. Hold on. Yes. All right. So. Oh, Lord. What I'm gonna do. Okay, I better get this. Listen, y'all. When it comes to practice, as I said, I try to stick with the move for a little bit, you know, and play around with the movement, and then start trying to do inversions with it. practice your inversions, because you might not don't want to keep doing the same thing. You might want to switch it. Right? You might want to switch up the. So I did the root. I did the original way, the way I written it. And now I'm gonna do the other inversions. I written down what I said I was gonna do. What I said what I was gonna do. What I said. Let me see. At the root position. What was it? That's the second version. Okay, so root, right? Root, root. Right. Then I'm going to first inversion. All right. Let's go to first inversion of the E minor move. Oh wait. What was the next chord? First inversion of F major sharp or G flat major. Let's go to first inversion of the minor move. All right. And then here, because the way my finger might be placed, I'll probably go to first inversion. And where my hands are placed, I have two options. I can either move up and go to first inversion or go to root. Either way, I have some choices now. Now I can use the power chord move. Kind of close there. And I go to major move. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm thinking some ideas. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm coming with some more ideas. You know what I'm saying? So. So I'm coming with another idea. Now I should write that all down, because now I'm thinking those ideas. Yeah, so you start thinking ideas. I'm thinking of ideas doing inverted. If you have time, that's how you grow in your endeavorance of keyboard playing or organ playing, because now you're thinking outside the box a little bit, right? So learn your inversions, and like I said, you don't have to spend 10 years or 5 years doing this, or 5 months doing this, 5 weeks doing this little simple idea that you might come up with. And that same idea, I would probably use the idea of transposing it. If I know what inversions I was using in that key of A flat, then you take up the chord to the next key. Okay. All right. I just transpose and mess with it. Second inversion of the move, or whether you want to go in reverse of that move. And I'd probably take you to the key of G with that, with G. Right? Okay. And the thing that also helps out is to know your number system. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? 4, 3 up. What is that? What I say? Yeah, 4, 4. I'm sorry, 4, 5. I'm sorry, 4, 5, 5 up, 6 up, because that's your 6, 6 up, sharp 6 to the 1. Doesn't matter what key you put it in. If you're going to go to A, just find where is your 4 at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Okay. And if you can remember what your pattern was, that also helps out, because now you learn a specific pattern. When I was using the second inversion of the move here, I used the second inversion of the next chord, right? Back, second inversion of both chords, actually. Right. So that says to me, I go to the key up, which is what's after E? F. All right. All right, and the 5 of the next move should be G, because the chord up. Okay, and then that 1 up move, right? Right. Now I should be going to a minor move, which was A flat minor, and that means I go to the second version of the A minor. All right. So I had 4, 5, 5 up, 6 up. So if I know where my 6 up chord is, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? After the minor move, I went to the major move. I can choose what inversion I want to use. So that means I go to what? G. Right? What did I say? Oh, I forgot what I said. What? 5. I'm sorry, 4, 5, 6 up. I forgot what I said. There it is. Let me see. What, is that how I play? Yeah, to the minor move. A minor move. 1. Now, to find that is G is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So that meant I had to go 6 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 up plus 6. Oh. And it falls in the minor move. There's my G main. Right. What number that fall on? 1. All right. So you see. A. Now this depends on what version I want to use now. Let's do that. Minor. Alright. Right, minor. It's simple. And my brain want to go second inverted. My brain wants to go to second inversion. So some stuff make you want to go to the second inversion. Right? Some stuff make you want to go to the either the root position or the first inversion because of the way it feels. So yeah. My fingers just want to go there, right? Or I can go to the root, like I said. Go up the root, go to root. Right, root. And you can do this in any key. It doesn't matter what key you choose. You can go to A and once you know where that major move is, and the major move to the minor move, you're going to recognize these chords now. All right, so that's what I'm trying to get a new beginner musicians. If you studying something, study that move. Stay focused to it. And then let your imagination work with you later on, but try to get whatever it is that you study until you have it memorized. Now I got it. A few times. Because the finger or the hand might not be used to it. You know I'm messing around? Right. And there you have it with that kind of practice. So that's what I would say, that if you try to learn as a beginner musician, focus on one thing. If you very brand new, you definitely need to learn your scales. And C, D, E, F, G, A, and B. Number 1 is C, D, E is 2, E3. Number 4, F. Number 5 is G. And number 6 is A, and number 7 is B. Continuation of the number system from C, it'll be now C8, 9, E3, F11, run out of fingers, G12, A number 13, and 14B, and then you back to the 1. And then you're in the musical game at this point. And now you're going to start understanding some of the stuff slowly but surely. Some of y'all might catch it quicker than others. And then you'll start knowing what chords you can put on the 1. So the 1 is major with my inversion. 2 chord is a D minor. Same kind of scenario, root position, first inversion, second inversion, root, first, second. Of course, don't just play it right here, play it in other spots so your hands and your ears get familiar with the sound. The 3 chord, E minor. It's your 3 chord root position, first inversion, second inversion, same scenario. Your 4 chord is F major, root position, right? First inversion, talk about the second inversion. Your 5 chord is C, G, root position, first inversion, second inversion. You'll thank me later. All right, this is gonna be your friend later, right? A minor is the 6, root position. I'm sorry, root position. You can put it down here too. It's just gonna be dark, root position. First inversion, second inversion. Back to root, first, second. You'll thank me later. And move up the keys so your ears get familiar with the sound. And last but not least, you have your B diminished. Right, it can be voiced here. And I'm just doing inversion. So technically this is in the D diminished group. So you have the D diminished group. I call it D diminished 7, the group. And everybody following after this cat here. The D went to the top. It's now F diminished 7. F moves to the top. And then you have the A flat on the bottom. A flat or G sharp diminished 7. A flat at the top. And then that B diminished that I mentioned in the C scale. All right, major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, B diminished. But it's from the D diminished group. And there is 3 different diminished groups. D diminished group has that back. We have the C sharp or D flat diminished group. It's the same scenario. You just do your inversion, right? You move the D flat here or C sharp to the top. You have an E diminished, move the E to the top. And you have a G diminished, right? Move the G to the top. You have a B flat or, depending on the C key signature you're in, a B flat diminished 7 or an A sharp diminished 7. And guess what? You're back to where you started at, but just an octave higher. And you continue that on. Okay, the next diminished group, all right, and that covers all 12 keys. Key number 1, D. Key number 2, F. A flat. The key of B. That's 4 keys right there. D flat of C sharp. That covers the next key. That's what, 4, 5, right? The key of E. The key of G. The key of B flat or A sharp. That's 8. Now we have 4 more to go. The key of C. C diminished 7. C now is going to go to the top. We have E flat now. E flat or D sharp, whatever the key signature you're in. The next key is F sharp or G flat. So we have 8, 9, 10, 11 now. And the very last key is A. That covered all 12 keys. And by the way, there is 12 keys. And so if a musician figured this out by doing a song like I want divulge, he's going to use all 3 diminished group. Watch this. Here it comes. D diminished 7. E diminished 7. We go to the F minor 9. Watch what, he's going to go back to the E diminished 7, but he's just doing inversion. So first you have the D diminished 7. Look at the way I'm fingering this. But you don't see up there because we're doing inversions. You see that? You see we're doing inversions, right? Right? So basically it's like you see me just doing a D on E diminished 7 with a G diminished 7. Now if I would have been able to reach up and switch my fingering, that would have been the voicing there, right? So guess what? There it is. And that's double up. We call this double up. E diminished 7, double up. Okay, and here comes the next one. I told you it was coming. C diminished 7. These are all in that group. Oh, wow. So yeah, wonderful train. Here you go. Yes, all 3 diminished groups. D diminished 7, E diminished 7. Right, those are the 2 diminished groups right there. Right, repeat. We just went a double up higher, and there it is. All 3 diminished groups. Can that be possibly played in the song? Yes, depends on how you do it. Whatever you were trying to do. I love you, Lord. Right? It depends how you use it. That's the E flat diminished 7, which is the C diminished 7 group. I use the D diminished 7 group. And this one. It depends on which direction how I'm going to do this, right? If I'm coming from this angle, right? Maybe I could have went a little bit. It depends on how you want to address this, you know. As long as you know you get into the next diminished group, right? And I'll cover all 3 of them, right? Right. So yeah, you can play all 3. Depends on how you get it done. I love you, Lord. Watch it. I love what? I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord, today. Yeah, you can't use all 3. Depends on. There it is. Yes, you can't use all 3. Yes, you can. All right, in case somebody was wondering, can you use those 3 diminished groups in other songs? Yes, you can. You just got to know how to fit that in. You know. All right. Let me see. So I'll pick and choose chords and chord progressions that I want to practice on and just lock in on them for a little while. You know, but I'm not going to spend 5 hours, like I said. Generally, I would just did this in 5 minutes and and then just go ahead and move on to a whole nother ordeal that I want to do. You know, open up my book, you know, and be like, okay, all right, that was a cool idea. You know, I mean, I could use that for something else. Maybe not just specifically to this song, but I could use that as an idea for something else. You know what I mean? You know. You know, I might come with a different idea on where I want to use that chord progression. You know what I'm saying? Hey. You know, where I might want to use that idea. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I may use a different for another reason. It doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to use that chord specifically to that song. You don't have to. You know, it can be used for other stuff. You know. Whoop! Went to the wrong key. You know. You know, so yes, you can use the idea for other things. Is what my point is. And then after I've gotten those chords underneath my fingertip, you know, right? You know what I'm saying? Then I'll go to something else. All right, cool. I think I got that down. I got that little intro thing down today. I'm gonna jot this down that I studied this today. All right, now I might say to myself, man, you know what? I need some more heat. Like, you know, and I might flip through my page here in the book, one of my books out of many pages, and be like, man, okay, let me check this out. Let me check this out. Hold on. What's this trying to say to me? What's going on here? Let me see. Tritone. Oh, I think I did it somewhat. Okay. Now y'all remember me doing it. Now I'm just messing around with other chords. You know, I'm not saying I'm gonna connect these moves or whatever, but thinking of D, E bass there, up to an F bass. So today I might say, you know, I'm gonna get on the road today. I transcribed this, copywritten this. This is my own little idea that I came up with. If I was on the organ. All right, so this was my own work. So YouTube, this is my works. Right? All right, I read it down. Copyright 2024, February 23. All right, February the 23rd. So I was thinking this idea. Let's go back to the. All right, let's go to another move. Let me see, E flat. Let's go to A, and wherever else I want to go, right? And I just kind of stop right there. So, and I actually wrote optional, or whatever. Basically, optional. You can go to the A, or it's optional, E flat. Woo! Right? So let me go back to that same move. So I'm thinking that I'm on an organ. I'm gonna do this move. All right. Can I get a witness? Thank God it's good. Say yeah. Woo! I gave my option, right? So I transcribed that and written that. This is my own writing of my own chords and chord progressions. All right, you can be creative on your own chords and chord progressions if you learn the knowledge behind the madness for my beginning musician. And it simply goes a little something like this. Learn your skill. You got the chord, the number system and the chords and notes, C, D, E, F, G, and B, right? And learn them in all 12 keys. And then you learn your numbers with it too, because you'll see it's 1, D, 2, E. I already said this, just go back on my video, and then you see what I mean. And so now you have the major move. Now I'm going to give you my formula that I use. Now you have the Nashville formula. The 1 is C, the 2 is D minor. I'm going to use that formula. And we have the 3 E minor, 4 F, 5 G, the 6 is minor, A minor, and we have our 7 chord B diminished, add the 7 in B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 7. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sorry, add the 6. I said 7 to 6. Now that I got that knowledge underneath my belt, right? But I'll also have my own formula that I'll tell you, put everything on the 1. Minor on the 1, minor on the 1, major on the 1, minor on the 1, augmented on the 1. Let's add that 7 up there, so we have a C major 7, sharp 5. Okay. Major, minor, augmented. Of course, I would do my inversions. Diminished, which you already heard this diminished here. Now I'm going to a C diminished. And of course, it's inversion, right? And so on and so on, right? All right, so this is the formula I use. Major, minor, augmented, and 7, diminished, dominant chord, major, flat 7. We call it a C7, but it's a dominant chord. Do your inversions there too, right? So major, minor, augmented, flat 7, diminished, dominant chord, then your major 7. sus2. Take the 5th in the scale of C. Put it down here, and I got a sus4, G sus4 now. C sus2, G sus4. Alright, go back to the sus2. I put my 1 at the top. I have a D7 sus4. Let's go back here, put my 1 back again. Put my 5 down here. If I know my scale in G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, put my 5th down here. It's the exact same chord, but because I skipped the 5th, so my 5, 1, 4 chord, I call it, right? But it's still a D7 sus4 and 2, 5, 1 chord, if you will, right? At the end of the day, it's a double up D7 sus4. Oh, now let's get the tritone. B tritone is transpose. F. All right, we have a G tritone. We're gonna transpose, and we put the F at the top, and now it's an F tritone. Let's go back, and then now we're gonna go up. We have a C tritone. Let's transpose. Now the bottom is now F sharp and G flat tritone, right? So learn them. You can chromatically do this. B tritone, right? If you want to, that way, right? Right? B tritone, C tritone, D flat or C sharp tritone, and you can do the 6 keys up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That covers all 6 keys there. All right, but whatever way you want to do it, y'all. At the end of the day, this is a B tritone, and I want to do an inversion, so that's gonna help me cover this a lot faster because I'll have all 12 keys knocked down. So I have a F tritone. Right, let's go to C tritone. I'll put my C at the top. I have a G flat or a F sharp tritone. I have a D flat or C sharp tritone. But at the top is now G tritone. I'm gonna cover this very quickly. D tritone that you already heard me messing with that secret sauce chord. Yeah. There it is. On that tritone, right? Okay, let's keep on pushing. Let's keep on pushing this. So I have a D at the top, and now I have an A flat tritone, right? Or a G sharp tritone. And then we go to E flat tritone or a D sharp tritone, depending on this. All depends on the key signature you say you in. Put the E flat or D sharp at the top, and we have an A tritone. I'm gonna cover this all very quickly. E tritone. Y'all remember that secret sauce? What? And remember the other one, I did it on the D tritone. What? And then you can do this on the E tritone. The D tritone's chromatically going up. Now it's transpose, 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 transpose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, now I can switch the tritone. Remember, if y'all notice, I'm transposing it. And now I put the E at the top. I forgot which one I stopped at. I think I stopped off at here. And we put the A tritone at the top. And now we got the E tritone. We put the E at the top. It's now B flat tritone. Oh, and you got all 12 keys knocked up. because if you go back to F tritone, you put in the what? The B of the F at the top, and we're back at where we started out at the bottom. Oh, okay. Here's another thought on how to create the tritone. All right, I use this analogy. You take a one note, any given note, randomly, and you just count, depending on which way you want to go, 6 notes going up, or you go 6 notes going back, and you create your tritone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. Or in reverse, that was the G tritone. Or in reverse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it becomes a C sharp or D flat tritone. Okay, here is another thought. If you know your scale in C, what's the third note in C, the third degree in C scale? That's right, E. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we have the 4, the 5, the 6, and we have the number 7. All we have to do is take the 7 and half step back and flat it. And then we have that's the 7 degree. The 7 degree, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 7 degree. You can do that route and half step back, which we call flat the 7. So you have a 3, flat 7. All right. From that angle, you know you can do it the opposite angle. From the other way as well. All right. No matter how you cut the mustard, at the end of the day, you're going to have in the C scale the 3rd degree. 1, 2, 3. They call it the 3rd degree. And if you go 3 degree, 2 degree, 1 degree, right? The 3rd degree, the 2nd degree, and the 1 degree, right? What's before the 1? 7. The 7th degree. In this case, we need to what? Flat the 7th degree. And we have a flat 7. Oh, you can go that route, right? Or the other way, you can say 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree, and we have the 3 degree, or the 3rd degree. And we have the 4 degree, 5, 6, 5, 4 degree, 5 degree, 6 degree, 7 degree, flat the 7. And that creates your tritone. In any key, right? So if you go to A with it, all you need to do is find the 3rd degree and the 7 and flat the 7. 1, 2, 3. There it is. 4, 5, 6, 7. And what did I say we do with the 7? Half step back, you flat the 7. Then you have that tritone. Or the other way. You can go the opposite direction. This was a lot quicker because you're going up the 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree, 4 degree, 5 degree, 6 degree, and the 7th degree. As long as you remember the 3rd degree and the flat 7 degree. You have to flat the 7. Oh, does it matter what key you pick? Let's go to E. Well, if you go to E, it's the same thing. In the key of E, you have the degree, 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree. There it is right there. That's our 3rd degree, 4 degree, 5 degree, 6 degree, 7th degree. And what do we do with the 7? Half that back and flat the 7. And there it is. All day. You can do this in all 12 keys. All right, the exact same way. Doesn't matter what key you do it in. You can do it in F degree, F. Find the 3rd degree. 2, 3, there it is. Find the 7th degree. And what do we do with the 7? Flat the 7. And you have an A tritone. You can do this all day, my students, my brothers, my sisters. Listen, this is your Bo Andre. Before I forget, introduce myself. This is your Bo. I'm not qualified, certified, qualified to be your keyboardist. At the end of the day, I'm just sharing with y'all what I know. And hopefully this will be to your advantage later on as you practice. And you're going to start learning ideas. Now, let me push off on something. Tritone can go for any chord. Major, minor move, augmented move, add 7, diminish, dominant chord, major 7, any chord. All right. Sus2, secret sauce chord, I call it. Sus4 chord, any chord on the planet. That tritone will go for it, right? It will work for it. Proven the fact, yes. is a augmented sharp 5, which it create a what? A major chord sharp 5. D flat or C sharp augmented. All I did was add the 7 in the scale. And I have a D flat major 7 sharp 5 because I sharp the 5. And let's figure out this tritone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Woo! And find your bass line that's conducive to what you try to get across. Whether it be an A bass or E flat. Ooh. All right, y'all know I transcribed that already on my paperwork. All right, it's already transcribed, copywritten. Okay, so I have choices if I want to mess with this. You know, so now if I want to transpose this move, I just go up and change the bass line. Now you probably say, how do you know what bass line you can do this as an A? So you can do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6th degree. Remember the tritone? The 6th degree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I'm sorry. One after the note that you're on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's the tritone, y'all. And I'm counting the 6th degree to figure out what bass line can I go to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's my tritone. It's just that note is in the left hand. That now me to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, and I can choose a bass line since I went chromatically up. That should just allow me to go to a B flat. B flat. And since I'm looking at the tritone, the 6th degree, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I can go to E with it. What? Oh, in any key. In any key, you can go to a B flat chord, sharp 5 at 7. I already know the minute I hit that note, I already know what the tritone will be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. E tritone, I already know because it's in the, you already hear it. Now I can go to, let's see, bass line. Let's try, not A, let's try C. And let's try F sharp. And sometimes it's more than one bass line you can play this move over, by the way, right? What I say? What I said? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I can figure out what bass line I want to do because all I have to do is count and then it will let me know either the C bass, C9, 13 sharp 11, and it also can be an F sharp. What? Yes. And sometimes you can, when I say you split these chords, it ends up anyway at the end of the day being a minor chord. I'm sorry. What chord I just played? What chord? I'm sorry. Oh, there it is. It ends up being a major move and a tritone move, creating a minor 9/11 chord. So if I know what my minor 9/11 chords are, this is game on. Because I already know I can use the power chord or whatever bass line I can use. That's C bass line, C9, 13 sharp 11. Then I can change that bass line and give you the F sharp or G flat 7 sharp 9 sharp 5. What? C9, right? The scale C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember the number system? The 9 is the 2, remember? All right, the 9 is the 2. All right. The 13 is the 6. Here it is. And the sharp 11 is the 5 in the scale. Sharp to 5. I'm sorry, sharp to 5. That's my sharp 5. Now that I know that, I can play this move in any key. All right. And basically, there it is. or depending on, yeah, there it is. The bass line will be B. Because I was just playing what? C. Right? So you said. So the bass line will be B and F. I'll have that immediately in my mind locked. All right, D flat or C sharp 9. Sharp. Wait a minute, hold on. I'm messing it up. Here that. So I have a B9 sharp, a B9 13 sharp 11. Same scenario. Nothing has changed, and I can change the bass line. I had to pick it up with the left hand. And then we'll play at F, 7 sharp 9 sharp 5. What? Yeah. And these chords, I can use them in a song. Let's see. I love you, Lord, D. Let's see. 1 up, diminished move. Major 9. I love you, Lord. All right. 2. Hold up. I love you, Lord. What am I? 2, 7. All right. So we have the minor 9. I mean the minor 7 flat 5. Here we go. There it is. Minor 11 flat 5. And I already know what bass line I might use. C or F sharp. Now, I can change the right hand chord and give you a different type of voicing and go to E flat and hit you with that. Woo! Right? Then this turns into a diminished move. Diminished major 7. E diminished major 7. E. See? E diminished. We're just playing partial of it with using 2 tritones causes you to play a diminished move. Right? So that's the tritone here. And that's the other tritone. So the E tritone and G tritone cause you to play inversions of that diminished move. If I told you put this note here, here it is. Oop, there it is. So I have that C sharp and D flat. See, you're doing inversion. Remember about the inversion move? So the E tritone and the C sharp or D flat tritone, depending on the key signature you're in. Oh, so sometimes we just play the partial of the move, and I'm giving you an E flat at the top. That's why it's a major chord. That's why they call it an E diminished major 7 chord. Now, until I hit you with that C bass, that becomes now the C. You're in the C scale now because of the bass line. So C7 sharp 9. Y'all already know what the C7, right? So it's a C7 sharp 9. We already know what the sharp 9 is. It's the 2 sharp 9. And you already know what the 7 is, right? Everybody know what that 7 is, right? But you end up flat in the 7. It's almost as if you see me doubling it up. So E diminished 7, E diminished major 7. Until I change that bass line. And now we have a C7 sharp 9. You already told you what that move is. If I change the bass line, woo, then you have an F sharp or G flat 13 9. F sharp, the next key now. That's why they tell you practice your scale, because then now you hear these different chord ideas. And this is the move that LDDW played in the song, that same song, R1, the closer. And then later on, he came to this move, and then he played this more voicing right here. I think he with the F sharp. what I'm saying? Then, yeah. So then when he played that voice, and I said, oh man, woo! I had to listen to the song because I forgot. All right. So chords can be generated by sitting here practicing. Now, I'll say it again. If you're studying something, stay on that little move for a little while. Right, stay on the move until you know you got that thing down. Resonates with you. I'll do that again. I messed that up. E, F, E. All right. E flat. I said, and then I'm going to this move now. Augmented sharp. Right. And I can change the bass line. E flat or A. And then this a movement probably I would do in the key of G. In that key. So suppose I took that and transposed that movement and go half step back, and then I will do the movement, the key of D flat. You know what I'm saying? Can I get a witness? Right. Thank God. Can I get a witness? See? And I can transpose that back. I can mess with this. Can I get a witness? That God. And of course, immediately I'll be that God said, ba 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 ba. Right? And you know, you see how I can use that there? Can I get it winners? Right? You know, I'm sorry, can I get it winners? I'm gonna move up to the E. Normally we go to F sharp, right? I'm transposing. That will be the next move. Can I get it winners? Thank God. That will be me taking you to F sharp. And then taking you up. What was my next move? This move here, right? Ba 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 ba. Back to that. Good Lord. Then I'm gonna take you to the second chord first. Transpose. Then I'm gonna take you to the first chord. Back to the second chord. I'm not gonna go here. You know what I mean? I'm not playing on. Or I could go here to the three chord, right? Ba 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 ba. Now I could have transposed that move. You see? I could have transposed this move. So can I get a win? That God is good. Right? So that God, right? That God. Actually, I'm supposed to be on this bass line. That God is good. Say yeah. Y'all better stop playing with me right now, because you about to get the word and come back down. Ba 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 ba. Or however I want to do that. Ba ba. And guess what? I'm gonna transpose. You know that I went here. I stayed here. Stayed here. Because I'm just holding that little melody move, right? But I'm gonna change up. I'm gonna go here. Ba 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 ba. Transpose. I'm gonna do a chord before I get there. I'm gonna hit the chord, transpose before I get to the target move. That's the plan. Ba-da. Now, while I'm here, right? Okay, while I'm there on the F, check this out. Right, you see what I'm saying? So now I got another idea. Okay, guess what? I'm transcribing that. And I write it in, right? All that I just did, I will write that in. Transcribe. Ba, 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 ba. Right, ba. I'm going to the E. This one. Now earlier I would have went. That's the new one. That's the new one. So here your bow is. Now see, I give myself what is called options, right? How I want to address this. And let's say I wanted to put it right here, right? And all I have to do is say I'm gonna play the other secret sauce chord, right? Oh, my chicken scratch right. Now it's not February, right? What month we doing this in? All right, this month we're in March, April now, right? All right, so yeah, I transcribe this, right? I write my own stuff. I don't know what day it is, like the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 21, 22, right? That's funny. When I did this, I did this February 24th, the 23rd, right? And this here it is. We April almost would have been yesterday. Would have been right on point. Yeah. Anyway, so I start adding some other more ideas to the mix. I'm not a keyboard player. I'm just thinking, Oh, transpose. Oops, sorry about that. Transpose the information. Now does this thing change mine? Let me see. Can I get it back? Can I get it back? All right. All right. And so then I'll say, oh, let me drop this here, right? I can change the channel. Oh, I forgot that chord. All right. Then I'll add it in. All right. Because 9 out of 10, however I practice it. Remember, whatever resonates with you. All right, whatever resonate with you, practice that moves, so that way when you get to the keyboard, you're gonna sit there and master that thing. It will be no big deal to you, right? Transpose, right? Then I'm gonna transpose before I get to the next move. Boom. Then I'm gonna use the same tritone, but I'm going to a different voicing now. I already wrote it. You see? So anyway, can I get a witness that God is good? Now, however, check this out, y'all. I can still play this move. And still do this, get to where I'm trying to go. What? I can still do the same move. All I did was add it on to the mix. Right? Now, did I climb that bass line down? Then I went to E flat. I can go to E flat with that other same voicing. This one here. Remember, I could do it here too. But I also could go to E flat with the same thing and just change my tritone. What? And then change the tritone. Or A. Remember that optional other chord? You know what I'm saying? And then you can go wherever you want to go. What was that? The 6, 5, 6. That was sloppy. Anyway. 6, 5, 6 chord. Ba, ba, ba. You're just coming out on your 1 actually. Ba, ba, ba. Something like that, right? So that's what you do when you start understanding your tritones. And you start understanding that you can play the secret sauce chord. I also can play the major move. Yes, the major move. Yes, this is all discovery. So I can listen. It's not only that I can use the secret sauce chord, right? You can use the major chord as well. So you can use the major chord as well, all right? So just in case, you know, you think you can't. G major, all right? Yeah, so you can use the major move. Can I get a witness? Thank God. Major move. You have to use the right one. All right, it depends on what the angle you're coming from. Right? And yes, you can use the major move too. Alright, so I will practice on something that resonates with me, you know, that I'm gonna remember. What? Right? What? It's gonna resonate with me, right? Let me see. Yeah, something I'm gonna remember that resonate. Right, so that was the first couple chords I did earlier, and here it is. I'm messing with this move. Let me see. Come up. All I did was change the tritone and just went back to that move, and then with the E flat, I went to major move. I say secret sauce. I'm sorry. And then on change, and then come up. Up. Trying to split the hand. Now this chord is technically a major 7. All right, and a C major 7 C. You can actually, matter of fact, play C and G actually. Right, but you add the 7 or whatever, and the G is second inversion at the top, and the root. Can I get a win? And most of us will probably prefer to do the second inversion of the chord major 7 instead of the root. Can I get a win? You know, and so we might say, let me do an inversion, root position. Let me do the second inversion. And so that's where you heard that move. All right, and that's what that's from, right? So you know that's a G major technically over a C with a D bass. And again, you can even do it on the minor move, E minor. Remember, that's the 2. That's the 1, that's the 2, and the 3, right? That's 1 major, 2 minor, E minor, right? See, E minor. Why is that? Because C major is related to E minor. Oh, wow. The chords, they kind of blend in together. And so you can pull that out. So when you practice, practice on what resonates with you. Ooh, I'm surprised I remember what I said. Wasn't going to remember. Now I'm starting to get stally with it, right? Stally. Stally, going back to Cali. All right, so remember those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chord progression, right? Up, up. All right, this is your Bo Andre Clark, and like I said, I'm this new kid on the block. Thank you guys for coming on and see what your boy up in here is doing, messing around on the keyboard, doing some things. I'm actually in the middle. When I say in the middle, I'm actually doing my book. Still, I've sent some more chords out to my analyst, my technician, if you will, and so I've inserted the chords in the book. So I got quite a bit of ways to go. Where's my list? So I got this grocery list. It's just still constantly keep growing because every time I sit down here at the keyboard, I keep coming up with more chords. And I mean, my list is definitely growing too much. No, it's actually growing. It's gonna be for you, my good, and y'all good. Anybody who wants to purchase my book, as soon as it's finished, you can purchase the book. I'll let y'all know when it hits the motherland. All right. So yeah. So basically, I'm pulling my chords from my books that I've been writing for a long period of time, and I figure, okay, it's time to put them in the book. And I see musicians out there are struggling and want to learn how to play like the pros. You want to learn how to play like the pros. I'm going to say it again. You want to learn. I do. I want to learn how to play like the pros. I ain't going to sit here in front. I'm telling y'all the truth. I'm telling y'all the truth. And the only way to get that is to figure out what they doing. Y'all don't know how to figure it out. That's all I'm trying to say. You guys don't have to figure it out. I got to figure it out for you. All you got to do is sit down and practice it. That's it. Open up the book. You know what I'm saying? I said open up the book and look in it and see what you can find. I'm pretty sure you're going to find something that's going to interest you. Hey! All right. All right. Yes, you're going to find some interesting stuff in there, believe it or not. And I did that. The same kind of movement with the tritone. I told you the tritone gonna be your best friend. So I'm just messing around with the tritone and the secret sauce. Just messing around with the minor 11 flat 5. What's wrong with this crazy thing? Right? You know, messing around. All right. I'm just messing around. Okay, I'm doing maybe 2 different type of moves. Let's see. Okay, so I'll go in between the minors. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. Sometimes I go in between the major. So remember, y'all, you can go major and one note. One note would change that major move to a minor move. All right, it could be that one note. There it is, right there. That could turn things into a minor move, but you know, you're learning the major flat 5 moves, all right? Then I'm giving you the minor 7 flat 5 with the 13, right? All right, and y'all gonna learn these pro stuff. Y'all ain't fixed it. I would be like some people like, oh man, just go home and practice, and you still stuck on trying to figure stuff out. And you know, and you got these musicians sometimes, not everybody do it or say it, but some people I've come across say, oh man, you got this, man, you got this. And I don't got it all. I'm still learning. I'm still a student. I'm trying to figure stuff out too. All right, but y'all ain't gotta figure it out for the ones who really learning. Beginner musicians, y'all for sure. Y'all for sure. For showing up. Y'all for showing up. Now listen, the more you practice, right? The more you practice, the more you practice. Hear me out. The more you practice, eventually your ear is going to determine the key somebody may be in. And when I went to the note, I'd be like, the more you practice, eventually your ear is gonna find that tone, right? It's gonna find that tone. See, it's found my tone. Can I get a witness? And that's my vocal tone. That's my real voice tone. See, that's my real voice tone. All right, I had to settle down. But that's my vocal tone, my voice tone. Can I get a witness that God? Whoop, I always do that. Is that? I told you this was the chord. It's in my book. Can I get a witness, right? That God, the secret sauce chord, and that tritone I had already told you. There it is. Oop. There it is, all right? That major 7 flat 5 chord I told you all day. All right, you're gonna be learning that major 7 flat 5, whether it be without the bottom. There it is. I told you how the tritones work. I told y'all how those tritones work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I told you how the tritones work, right? Can I get a witness, right? You know, that God. I told you. It was coming. You could use this idea in probably more than one key. Remember my idea I told y'all earlier? You know. Oh, sorry. This way. What? What did I say? I forgot. So yeah. Hold on. There it is. Is that? I forgot what I did. There it is. I think I started here. My bad. All right. Actually, I was thinking about D here. So this voice in here. So if I go back to what I studied earlier, if I go back to what I told you, I studied, right? There it is. Let's do it without the bass line. A major 7, A flat major 7 flat 5. I told you, right? As soon as I do one note up and move the tritone, I go into a minor 7 flat 5 move with the 11. All right, the 11 is the 4 if you know your scale on the E flat. Oh, so what it is? Flat 5. 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Did I say 4? So I meant to say flat 5. My bad, y'all. Excuse me. Flat 5. Flat 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Flat 5. So you end up playing a major, a minor 7 flat 5 with the 11, which we know is the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And generally the 4 may not sound pretty, so you may have to end up flattening the 4. Oh, so like I said, one note or two notes can cause you to end up going into a minor move. From a major move to a minor move. Alright, so just remember that, alright? So anyway, and then I can change that move. And now this is going to put us into a different type of minor chord, which should be a E minor 11 flat 5. Yep, E minor 11 flat 5 with the 6. Flat 6. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, flat 6, 7, 6, right? Yeah, see? So this put me in an E minor flat 5, flat 13, which is the 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, flat to 7, and it you end up with a 6. 13, I'm sorry. Flat 13. And as I was saying, you can switch this thing up. Now, what was I playing earlier? Lord have mercy. Let's see, what was I playing earlier? I forgot. Yeah, so I'm changing the tritone and messing with it. And I'm just transposing, but I did something else. What was it? There it is. See? The tritone will cause you to change up slightly. And I'll play the same chord. Major, F sharp major 7 flat 5, right? Transpose up to a major 7 flat 5. Now, the second I go over, let's just half step up the tritone. I'm not messing with the bass line yet, but if I told you what bass line to play, it's gonna trip you out. Okay? Obviously, I can say A flat and potentially D. Let's see. See? And D. And you know, if you chromatically take up that A to E flat, remember? Oh. So, what if I told you that's a nice idea to you? And then now we're going to change the tritone and do the same thing. What? This is all a discovery, right? Listen, I didn't plan this. This wasn't planned, right? But I'm saying practice would resonate with you because you never know what you come up with. So this turns into, from a major move, major 7 flat 5. Now this takes me to a minor G minor 7 flat 5 with 11. And then I decide the bass line. What bass line would I do with this? Can I go F maybe? No. Can I go A? Yes. And obviously E flat. See? What? A. E flat. Okay, let's keep on messing with this move. Right. So let's take that tritone and do it again. To another tritone. Let's go to D tritone. Now let's see what we come up with now. Oh my goodness. So we have now a minor move still. A minor 7 flat 5 flat 13. This was a minor 7 flat 5 with the 11. What? Okay. Can we do another one? Let's try another one. Okay. And the bass line, I think we already established the bass line, right? B flat or E. Of course, you know, remember you have to do inversions of tritone, right? And do your transposing. Okay, can we go to another tritone? I'm going to use the D tritone, come up to the E tritone and see what happens. E flat. Oh, that's crazy. Now a D tritone come up to E flat tritone. That's insane. Hold on. This is a G minor 7 flat 5 11. Now come up. D minor 7. Okay. So now can I do E flat tritone and come up to an E tritone? Let's see. Gotta sound funny, right? So that's a B flat major 9 with the sus4. So it sounds a little funny, but it works. And you know, y'all know what I'm thinking. I know y'all got to know what I'm thinking. So a B flat sus4. Drop the 4, and let me find my 6 in B flat and my 5, or my 5 and 6 in B flat. 5, 6. And what was that last move I played? Y'all see the idea, right? What? Right. Okay, there's a time and place for me to get that move in, right? You know. And I have to figure out how I'm going to put it in the play, right? So you can come up with ideas. I use the slow motion beat, and let me see what I come up with. Am I mic'd up? Let's see. Am I mic'd up? I think I am. Is that B flat? Let's see. now let's go back to the other one. So now let me see, I'm thinking of another move. So let's try the other tritone. Right. See, and I try to see what was cool. Alright, you know. And so the other one I tried the E flat tritone up to E, right? So maybe I put the other track on. Where's my other track? That might be a little too fast. See, I like to take it slower, and then mess with the tritone again. However you want to do that, right? Okay, and I mess around with the tritone and see what works. And see, and mess with the tritones until I figure out which one sounds better, if not all of them, right? You know. I keep messing up one chord. So I'm saying now I can go here and see how that might sound. You know? Yeah. That might, right? So, you know, we heard that move or whatever, right? And you can mess around with this until, you know, everything sounds the way you want to do it. Whatever you want to do, right? That's the end of the day, is what I'm saying. You can be creative on your own, write your own thing, you know, do what you want to do, how you want to do what you do. If the thing is, you just need to know the understanding on what you're messing with. You're messing with your tritones. You're messing with what I call the secret sauce chord. I could have used the major move. I could have with the major move. I could use the sus2. I could use the sus4 move. I can mess with any of those voicings. That speed was a little too slow for my brain for me. Oh Lord. Okay. So once you finish learning ideas, right, and those chords are marinated in your spirit, then you move off to the next thing, right? So let me make sure I remember what I said earlier. Hold on. Keep forgetting my bass line. I done forgot it. That's terrible. I done forgot it already. That's terrible. Terrible. What did I say I was going to do? I forgot it already, y'all. That's terrible. E. Then come up on the tritone. Okay. And then back to it. And then to E. I go to the. What did I say? E. Yeah. I forgot what I said. I was going to do my own stuff. That's funny. That to it. And then. And then. Alright. I done forgot my own self, y'all. That's why I told y'all. Sometimes I might forget it. Or haven't turned on my muscle memory to remember my own little stuff that I supposed to practice on. Because I might not feel that it's important yet. Yeah, at the moment. So I can sit here and mess around on the keyboard and not really be serious about what I'm trying to do. Now, if it's something that I really dying to want to do, right? I really want to learn this move, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Let me close this book up. Maybe I might find something else in this book, but if it's something really I'm dying to learn this move, I'm gonna go to something I want to do. All right. All right, I'm gonna spin off of this book and get up off this book right here. This book is kind of, I tore it apart because it started falling apart, so I just went ahead and said, you know what, forget it. Let me just move stuff out the book and go ham on it. So, all right, I really want to do this stuff, right? I really want to learn this stuff. All right, so I'm gonna go to the page that I want to learn this stuff. All right, some chords that for sure, I promise you, most definitely will resonate with me. Uh-oh, the effects is on. Did it change anything? Okay. All right, so this is the real deal here. I'm finna bust around for a whole hour. Nah. I'll be lucky if I remember this later. But they say when you practice something over again, it's in your mind forever now. That's what they say. All right. I will be surprised. I put it that way. I would be surprised if I would end up remembering this later. Because I'm doing it a few times. I would be surprised if I would remember this move. I would be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if all of a sudden, for some reason or another, yeah, right. I wouldn't be surprised if I did go ahead and remember the move. Being that the fact that it was just a few chords, that was one. Can't forget that. That's my second chord. Back to the first chord I played a minute ago. 3. And then 4. And then my fifth chord. Optional with the bass line, E flat. So yes, I wouldn't be surprised if I actually really remember this. In other words, if I step to the organ and get on there and set pedals and I start going at it, that God said let it be light. I wouldn't be surprised if I would end up doing this. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if I started to remember this. My angle probably would be slightly changed a little bit, even if I did that. Gonna get awareness that God is good. My bad. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised because I'm adding it into my mix. And change the route slightly, right? All right, so I wouldn't be surprised if I end up doing that. But they say repetition is a man's best friend. Now I feel my hands wanting to transpose this, right? So I feel that my hands want to chromatic go up, right? So now I mean I'm changing. Ba-da-da, back down, ba-da-da, ba-da, because now here it is in my head, ba-da-da, transpose, because that brings me to this. Half step back, see, half step back, right to the chord, half step back, that, see, and then, see, and so by me doing my writing my own movement, chord movement, chords and chord progression, I can already see my mind wanting to do that. Can I get it? When, you know, whatever. Right, I'm sorry. Then transpose. Transposing, and back down. Come on, foot pedals. Come on, foot pedal. Come on, foot pedal. Come on, foot pedals. Help me out. Stop moving on me. I told you I was coming. Now it took me to the C sharp and E flat. Did y'all just see what happened? I knew that was gonna happen. Right. All right, y'all. My honey about to call me. She wants me to help her take the car to a station so we can get charged up, supercharged. She's having a ball with this. Whoa, Lord! All right, y'all. I'll catch y'all in a bit, and I'll probably get back to this practice later on. And I really, really wanted to get into this, dive into this song, Created Me. All right, but I'll catch it later. I'll catch you later. I wanted to do this. All right, see y'all later. Y'all have a nice evening. And like I said, I may be back to come and finish this up. I'll probably just leave that laptop on just in case. That way I don't have to turn it back on again. Deuce. Oh man, syndrome.